this week we are going to be installing some electrical conduit. Dan is actually working on something else right now, but that's not part of this episode. So don't look too closely.
Don't look at that either.
Oh no, that's also part of a different episode, so don't look too closely. But no, yeah, today we're going to start running. I mean, we're not going to run wires yet, but we're going to prep to run wires because our boat is kind of like a house where we're going to have appliances and systems and outlets and everything that needs wires to connect them from the power source, which is going to be our batteries.
Every time we've tried to pull a wire through our boat in the past, we've dreamed of this day when we can finally lay out like a proper backbone of conduit so we can pull wire much easier and maintain and access and add new things in the future much easier. We're building like a framework to make our lives easier.
Yeah, because we're pretty OCD when it comes to cable management. And I think with this refit, we have this perfect opportunity to design something clean. Yeah. And so we're going to do that.
For how much we like electrical, we don't like seeing wires.
No.
So we're going to hide all of them.
Yeah. So we're going to get started.
Pull conduit.
First things first, we're going to head over to the hardware store because we need some supplies.
This is like one of the only times we can actually go to the hardware store and buy what we need, because everything else on a boat you can't get at a local hardware store.
No. But this
we can.
This we can. You know, out of all the stress that this refit brings, it's funny that the one thing that has caused the most anxiety so far has been driving in Italy. Actually, this is a perfect spot to talk about the paid partner of this week's video, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online platform that makes starting therapy a lot easier. Driving here, let's just say it can really test your patience, because 1 minute everything is fine and the next you are questioning humanity because of one bad interaction at a roundabout, and then comes the frustration, and then comes the stress and the road rage, and every emotion just rushes in all at the same time. Luckily, therapy is one of those tools that, what is he doing? Luckily, therapy is one of those tools that can help you understand those emotions and where they come from and how they affect your well-being and how to deal with them in a healthier way without letting one bad driver or 10 ruin your entire day. When you first sign in with BetterHelp, you answer a few questions and then you are matched with one of their many therapists within just a few days. And from there, you can message them or do video sessions anywhere at any time that is convenient to you. And if it's not a good fit, you can easily switch therapists at no additional cost. So if you've been thinking about starting therapy, go to betterhelp.com/SailingUma and you can enjoy 10% off your first month. Because you can't control how badly people drive around you, but you can control how you react to it.
All right, so we are ready to start drilling holes and start feeding conduit and snaking it all throughout the rest of the boat. We've got all of the major stuff, the batteries and the distribution done, and now it's time to get that power from the distribution out into the rest of the boat. So we've got two different sizes. We're mostly probably gonna be running this 32 mil, but there's a couple of spots where you could use smaller. We've got a bit of a plan as well to figure out which size we need going down what side. And also, we've got some new hole saw bits. Somebody left a comment after our last video of drilling holes in the hull for our Ocean Volt cooling fins about these like Bosch Quick Lock ones, and you can just slide the hole saw on and off much easier, and you can detach the drill bit much easier than trying to like unscrew it every time. So they also have much larger holes in the side, so hopefully pulling out cores out of these is going to be easier as well. So we've got a lot of drilling of holes to do and a lot of laying of pipes to do, and hopefully soon we'll be able to start pulling wires to all of our subloads. This plan is literally changing as we're drawing it. That's gonna go in there. That one's done, that one's done, that one's done, that one's done, that one's done. We're not doing one there. AC box is gonna go like back here. And that's gonna run all the galley and the stove. Couple more to do, and then we can try threading in our first piece of pipe. The thing is, we want to use rigid pipe as much as possible because it's cleaner and it's prettier, as opposed to like the flexible stuff. This would obviously be easier to run, but we have a plan, and we'll see how it goes. Because what we want to do is run full like 2 meter lengths in, all the way. The longest one is going to be from the cockpit locker all the way to the bow, because that's for the anchor windlass cables that need to go basically the whole length of the boat. And so we're gonna like feed it in from the cockpit in like 2 meter lengths and thread it all the way through. And if that works, then we can like feed it in and drop it down for the next ones and feed them in and drop them down. So we might be able to like run it all. Obviously, in like an ideal world, every little minute detail would have been planned beforehand, and we could have run conduit like either before we did the face frames, or like, I mean, it would have been cool to run conduit in the stringer, but then we'd have to cut into it and then water could get introduced to it. So like, I think what we're doing is fine, but everything's changed so many times during this refit, rebuild, new build, that up until now, we weren't 100% sure where every single piece of equipment was going to be installed. So it was difficult to plan out where all the conduit was going to be installed. Although we do have like access points throughout the boat that we knew we needed to hit. But if the ridge doesn't work, then we'll just spool up this stuff and it'll be fine. It's just, this is prettier and easier and nicer and cleaner. All right, a couple more holes to drill and then we can start threading our first piece.
Oh, I'm even too tall. How great is that? Very rare that I'm too tall for the camera. Well,
How's it in there?
It looks good. We have all the holes. All the holes are drilled. I only use like a drop of paint. We still have a whole cup full.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're just gonna let it dry, and then tomorrow we'll start running the actual conduit. But it's crazy because, check this out, we have, this is how many holes we drilled through.
I think it's about 60.
Yeah.
It's a lot of holes.
It's a lot of holes.
All right, let's
Sweet.
get out of here before we get high.
Yep. That's good. Good morning, everyone. I think today we are ready to run some conduits. We've got all the PVC tubes that we need and all the fittings and all the attachment and the clips and everything that we need for the conduits. And yeah, today everything is ready and we're gonna run some conduit through the holes. Ooh, it's bright.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I was like, I hear Kika's voice coming
Yeah.
somewhere.
It just had like just a string of yeah.
What up, y'all?
Are you ready for today?
What are we doing?
We are running conduits today.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, he's taller than me, so if you talk, you have to just like talk to the chest. Wow, you look so much taller on camera like this.
I am taller. I am a lot
You're
taller
wearing
than you.
heels.
Oh, no, wait. I'm wearing the same. Here, I'll take off my Crocs.
There you go. That's better. At least you can see the top of your neck. Yeah. So, do you want to explain what's happening today?
Today we're just threading pipes through the holes that we drilled.
Yeah.
And adding breakout boxes and just making all the tracks so that someday in the future we're going to really appreciate how easy it is to pull a cable when we decide to like add a USB outlet in the V-berth, and we can just do it in an hour rather than 2 days.
It's all in prep.
Yeah.
Prep
so
is 90% of the work.
building like a backbone of conduit through the entire boat is something we've been dreaming of for a very long time, and today we're really starting in on that process, so I'm excited. This is really painful for me to wall sit.
It's really painful for me to hold your weight.
Oh, you're not holding anything. All right.
All right. Let's get to work.
My ear fell out.
Okay. All right. You ready? Start with the ugly one.
Okay.
Real hard. Real hard.
Yeah, keep pushing.
All right. Yeah, next.
Yeah. What did you just say those are like?
I said these look like binoculars.
It's like
cool.
it like splits it into four.
I know.
'cause, like,
I was gonna
it's hard
say
to
I don't.
focus through.
I see 3.
Hello.
Do I look as stupid as I feel?
You look like a minion with square goggles on.
No, anyway, how does a minion talk?
Ah, but
Ah, dabba-doo-ba-dee-da, ba-dee-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Oh my
A-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, potato.
This is why it takes us so long to get any work done.
Because everything, when it comes to boat work, can be entertaining.
When you're around. Get like shovel. Yeah, put that okay. Easy enough. Sweet. Like my heavily modified nuts. Just like chop, 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 chop. It's because I don't think you're normally supposed to put this large of conduit into this small of a box. But we're not using these boxes to run like DIN rails or really electrical connections so much. There might be a couple, but mainly we're using these as like access points and pass-throughs in the conduit run so that like the data line and the AC lines or the DC lines can we can pull them through to one of these breakout boxes and then pull them through again so that we're not just completely sealed into one system. And then if we have a light that we need to pull off the DC line, we can just run that one cable out up through like a little takeout and then go from there. So mainly these are just like pass-throughs, just so we have access to the system. Measuring skills.
All right, I'm just gonna start and see what happens. I will probably need some help.
Help! Need somebody! Help! Help!
It's actually pretty comfy in here for now. We haven't installed any through holes yet. And we're just, running some conduit. And also, we're about to install our hot water tank again. This is where it was installed before, and we like it. It's inside. It's basically below the water line, so it's never going to freeze. And it's in where all the water and stuff is. And then it's the shortest run to the shower, which is where we use the most hot water. We thought about putting in the cockpit locker, but then it's a really long run back and forth on the boat, and it's just much more convenient to put in here. Also because it's a very low maintenance device. We pull this off and check the zinc anode that's in there and the thermostat maybe once a year. But other than that, it just kind of works. So it's a good place to store it so we don't have to climb in here all the time and maintain it.
We've had this since Norway.
Yeah, we originally put in like a like a hardware store hot water tank from, I think maybe we were in the UK, and we got a 48 volt DC element for it that almost burnt our boat down. So since we've switched back to a 220 volt, which feels a little bit safer, less amperage, and it'll be running on its own breaker and a GFCI and all that. But it's worked fine. We installed that one in Norway, and we've used it a bunch, and we really like it. It's small, but it's enough for us to shower. We also swapped out our 500 watt thermos heating coil for a 1.2 kilowatt, so it'll heat up more than twice as fast, which is gonna be awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna put it here. We got the box to run the AC, to wires to run it. I think we're gonna be through drilling this bulkhead and bolting it through from the back this time to make it extra strong. So we've still got the original brackets for it, and they're gonna go like here somewhere. So yeah, it's tight quarters in here, but we'll get it done. That's my British accent. It's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
All right. I guess I need to figure out like the spacing of those brackets and then install them. Hopefully I don't build myself in and then I can't get out. That will suck. All right. Cool. Now we can put this thing in.
can reach in and like add
Put the
holes
bolt
on
on.
the bolt. Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. Okay. And then we'll pull the other one probably out. I like it.
Cool.
Cool.
It's in.
That's it. Nice. The wiring's gonna be right here. That's convenient. Hot and cold are gonna come in probably around the top to here, so it'll go around the back. So that's convenient. I like it. There. We're doing hot outs going as a braided stainless line until we're gonna have our mixer in the head this time rather than here. We could run the cold. We could drill the hole in there so we can run the cold.
Well, we are done with conduits. Are we done with conduits?
I got braided.
It is really nice.
I got braided.
As you can see,
Keep going.
wait, oh, there's more.
I got braided.
I feel like this could be a little bit more organized.
Well, it's gonna be behind the oven.
Yeah.
Well, so one of the main reasons we run so much conduit as well, like this is going to be really deep because it's where our sink is, and so we're not really going to be able to access behind it very well. That's going to be a freezer or fridge, probably freezer. That's going to be the oven. That's going to be the fridge. So like all of the cables that run around behind there, none of that conduit's going to be very easily accessible once we start installing all of our appliances. So pulling cable through those is going to be much easier because they're all like a continuous run. But yeah, we have done pretty much all the conduit we need to do inside the cabin. We still have more to do in the cockpit locker a little bit. And then we have to do a little bit more in the chain locker, connecting
the windlass.
connecting this top one so we can get up to the windlass.
That's gonna be the longest run, I think, right?
Yeah, it literally
Yeah.
goes from the stern of the boat all the way to
Yeah,
the bow.
but we'll get to that in another video.
But yeah, we also took the opportunity to run all of the hot, cold, and salt water lines. The PEX coming from the cockpit locker behind, where we're gonna have like the deck fill, deck wash, cockpit shower, water maker, all that, down and around and through and to the head and all the way through to the water tanks and the hot water, because it's following the same line of conduit down to the bilge. So that's pretty much done. It's so nice.
It's nice.
It's so nice.
And it makes sense to work on this now before anything is installed,
Yeah.
because I feel like if we waited till everything was installed and then try to figure out where the wires go and where the plumbing goes, it would have been a pain.
Oh, it's being nuts. It's going to be so much easier
Yeah.
to install systems now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got, this is kind of like the main trunk behind where like everything's coming from all of our DC distribution through here. And then we've got like AC going down both sides of the boat, DC going down both sides of the boat, and data going down both sides of the boat for NEMA cables and CAN bus cables and Ethernet cables. And they're all split and separated, so they're not in the same conduit. And we have a lot of breakout boxes and junction boxes that are going to make pulling wires super easy. So yeah, this is all just going to make installing appliances
Clean.
so easy. And then we also ran another trunk down through the bilge to a box that's going to be at the base of the mast. So everything that's going to be connected to the mast, VHF radio, lights, radar, if we want to run a camera up there, other antennas and things, they're all going to be connected at the base of the mast. So if and when we ever need to take the mast back out, we can just unplug everything from that box, pull the mast out, rather than trying to like feed and run wire through the whole boat and disconnect it all at different places like it was before.
Yeah.
So it's really clean. It's really nice. I'm really happy with it. It worked out really well. And I'm excited to start installing systems after
Yeah,
this.
me too.
It's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be nice. Starting with. Wait. I guess you'll have to find out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next episode, where I think we're gonna start running wires. I know, because
I have no idea what we're doing with our
because I'm
lives.
working on the videos. All right, cheers. I'm ready.
You happy now?
Yes.
I did.
Very happy.
Truck's clean.